Peace in the Middle East. Peace in the Middle East. This is the Middle East. Peace to everybody in the building. Peace to everybody in the building. Peace, peace. Kafir, Ali, Anu, so Tabo. Peace in the building. Peace, peace, peace to everybody in the building. Late show, what up? Boxing ain't looking too good. Boxing ain't looking too good, late show. Please share the show. Share the show. Share the show. Just wait for a couple of more people to get in the building before we press play. Peace, Vasa. Yasa. Peace to everybody in the building. Peace, Kamu. What's good with you? What's happening? What's cracking? And all that good stuff. You see how many we got in here? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Let's go here. Yeah, man. Pay attention to the intro, man. And pay attention to all these dudes you hear talking, you know what I'm saying, super scientifical, know all of their body and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you pay attention, man.
You have to be consistent in your ideology, man. You can't follow 10 different religions, 10 different cultures, because everything don't apply to everybody. You dig what I'm saying? Knowledge is infinite, so therefore you just a small drop in the pool. So therefore nobody knows more than nobody else. See, that's why you got to become a specialist in this. You dig what I'm saying? Brothers just want to lip profess about everything like they fucking biochemical scientists and all of this shit. When you just need to slow down, slow your roll and relax and study one thing at a time.
Move like a cold wind, flow out this world like a Vulcan. It's just a token, no joking, I leave the mic smoking. My pad's a omen that was stolen by Romans and tells the truth of Jesus, not this bullshit that's spoken. A crook took the good book and used it for manipulation. Everybody wrote a page, uncivilized the whole nation. Who really wrote the scriptures? Did you see them write it? Yeah, we supposed to have faith, but when they ate, were we all invited? Thanksgiving, yeah, I'm thankful for living. Don't appreciate them raping women and slaughtering children. When they came to my land, they had nothing but a book. They took everything, left us with a book. Now how the fuck that look? Brainwashed like a tsunami, a hurricane that wiped out my people. Now their mentals forever stained. Cocksucker, now give us our independence. If there's no equality, why the fuck you pretending? Blood sucking us for all our resources. You're symbolic to that wicked death that rode on pale horses. Behold, as I let the rhythm unfold, my wisdom is gold. It's food for thought, but it's more like food for your soul. Revelations, I'm a prophet that was incubated ever since I hatched. They've been watching me cause everything I think is sacred. They try to nail me to a cross and strip me naked, but I won't sacrifice no more. I'ma take this earth and shake it. Payback's a motherfucker. What good is Mother Earth if you don't take time to love her? All you wanna do is take and smother. Like a dickhead rocking a rubber and think that you're gonna survive. You're badly mistaken. Let knowledge be born. Let your brother know when he wrong. Speak the truth, you're the future, you're the youth. Be wise and powerful. If you wanna see change, the change is up to you. I got the tools for the job like a laborer with the hammer. Went to school pledging allegiance, sung the Star Spangled Banner. Would you fight a war for a country you knew that couldn't stand you? Spoke the language, yet they still didn't understand you. No love, and we get no respect. Law enforcement claim their purpose is
what has begun to happen is they're trying to say, not that we don't have long-term relationships with Native peoples, not that we aren't the fathers and mothers of all humanity so that we're everywhere, but what they're actually saying is you are not an African, you are an Aborigine, which is a term that they've chosen to use.
Which is when babies talk, adults should spank their behinds. First thing, when they talk out of turn.
You said what does what?
The term Aborigine mean.
And Malcolm made a joke of it?
Yeah, he was joking, but he said he was talking about people who he was talking about and he was, in a nation that defined everything.
That's right.
And so Malcolm was breaking down and said, all that means is original.
Right.
And if you're an Aborigine, you're an African, because that's the only human being that is original. So first of all, they need to get their definition straight. To be original, you got to be the first. Okay? And the first is the African. That time,
I want you to go in on that too. Like, what's going on? Aborigines and the Africans and stuff like that. So give us some history.
Peace. What troubles me about this is the fact that I happen to look on there like he did, and I see this man, Dane Calloway, and I'm looking and I'm like, Africans aren't African Americans. So I passed it. Then just being, on our Google Hangouts and stuff like that, I'm starting to see a bunch of people saying this. And I'm like, so what I'm looking at is, I think it was like a summer ago, we was debating a person saying that Nat Turner he wasn't African. His artifacts were stolen, and they're trying to hide the fact that you're native. Harriet Tubman is not real. Every organization that we have is a fraud, is fraudulent. And the thing that drew me over the line, they have a map that says the African slave trade is in reverse.
Yes.
That just did it to me.
Yes.
Once I saw that,
CIA stuff.
I'll show you the image.
Once I seen that, I was like, okay, why is all these millions of people watching these people?
Because we've been effective.
That's right.
We've been effective.
So for me, for the past 2 years, I've been studying African culture here in America, or the Africanisms here in America, so that I could connect the two. Right. Be like, oh, we never lost our culture. So for them, one argument that I came here to do a little display on, if we have time to do that, is the term African. They'll say that we never used this term African until the 1900s. I'm like,
1900s?
You heard me?
No, that's late.
Yeah. So when we look at this, their argument is based off of reclassification in the census.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give a brief thing because I have to do this on a presentation. It's too long to do it. But when you look at the census, they'll say that Indians and Negroes were classified as the same, thus they are the same. It is true that Indian as a race did not come into the census until 1860. That's a fact. What they are not understanding is why, and they're not understanding the history of the census. The census was not designed to take the whole enumerate the whole population. It was only designed to enumerate those colonies that they were in control of. So in the Constitution, it specifically state that Indians are not to be enumerated at all, because
they weren't a part of the nation.
Exactly. So there's 3 different things that this takes place. It's a political thing to represent the representatives. It's a thing that deals with taxation and who to tax. And these people as a whole wasn't all property because they didn't go past certain frontiers at that specific point. So when we see that they didn't go past that, this is why they're not there. When we look at Thomas Jefferson, just a brief thing. When we look at Thomas Jefferson, he solidifies this in his query form that he fills out, and he would begin to state that the Native Americans that are on his frontier, he looks at those people as being Indian because they're fair skinned. The people that's in Virginia who are dark skinned, they are the wretched of the earth because they are contaminated with African or black blood. So then comes the one drop rule, and then it's too deep to go into. I just want to put that out there for those brothers. The purpose of the census was not to enumerate the whole entire population. So to deal with the term African, where are we using this? We have a
our first mutual aid society called the Free African Union Society. This is 1780. We have the documents. His name is Newport Gardner. And what he does is he has one of the second Back to Africa movements. So here we have them petitioning or asking the government to go back to Africa. Here we have this man is a teacher in the Free African School. This is the name of these organizations. This is the 1780s.
You want it.
So this is the Free African Union, Free African School, and he was a musician and he kept his name. So they also have something where in Rhode Island, where this person is from, called the God Little's Acre. And this is their burial ground there. That's not the oldest that we have, but it has the oldest headstones there. And on these specific stones, these people have their Akan names on the tombs, as if the same as the people named their name after the week with Tiki, Kuki. I can show it. I have it. That's why I'm right. It's all there. So we know those people knew who they were and knew where they came from. Another burial ground dealing in that same Pacific region in New Hampshire, we have 1801, Pacific name, Free African, slave in America, 1801. So just to go more in deep on this African term, I have to get this to their head. This is before there was a census. The census was created in 1790. This is 1790. I just told you about 1780. The first person with the first Back to Africa Union movement is Prince Hall, who's the founder of the Black African Lodge.
Free African Lodge.
Free African Lodge. And he wrote the Boston Plan. And the Boston Plan was to try to migrate back to Africa. So when we get to look at this, and you saying that these people didn't do this, it's like you trying to erase this. And when you try to erase that, you erase our Holocaust. And because you don't want to be a slave. That's so right. Or you think that we were punks.
That's right.
That we just laid down.
That's right.
And the fact of the matter is, we have over 500 rebellions documented on ships before we even came here.
That's right. And we have hundreds and hundreds more here that no one talks about.
Exactly.
He said what you said. Remember what I told you? I said, yo, I don't believe we had that many people came over here.
Shoot.
Smalls went in just before you got here. He went in and showed how. Same thing you said.
And let's go further. One of the things that we don't even recognize. One of the things we don't even recognize is. One of the things that we don't recognize is even the first European settlement in the United States was destroyed by enslaved peoples. So this is why I say that we've been told the story of our enslavement the wrong way. That's the reason why we have the shame for it. I mean, we actually see folks like, and this is not an insult to Brother Snoop Dogg. There's reasons I can critique him, but this is not one of them. But when he actually heard about the television show Underground, he said, why do they keep doing this? They want us to still be slaves. Let's stop this. Let's get away from this. And he was really, what you were hearing was pain. People have this painful connection to our enslavement. We don't actually understand that the people who had the smallest number of resources, the people who were kept away from education for systematically over the course of decades, the people who actually had been taken from their homelands to a foreign place, united and destroyed the world's first global system, led by the most powerful militaries in the world. We destroyed a system. This is not a reason for us to be ashamed of our enslavement, because we actually destroy it. You look at at the Hebrew people, I'm going to say the Jewish people, because I'm not trying to get into debates with that particular other group now, and they look at their challenging period that they call their Holocaust, and they say never forget.
Passover.
But for us, we want to prepare, we want to pretend like it didn't happen. And that's because we don't understand what happened. I have shown this audience the image of Gordon. I think Gordon is the best emblem of how this occurs. An African man who travels barefoot, mostly at night, for 7 to 10 days to escape. And as soon as he gets to the Union lines, he doesn't say, this is the man that has all the lashes, that has borne the lash on his back, the most popular image of our enslavement. He doesn't say, you know what, I'm here, I was in hell, now I can rest. He says, give me a uniform and a gun. because I'm not free until we're free. And he goes back to the very place that he was enslaved, and when the Tom who, the European, was killed that was in that particular part of the army that was there, he leads the army, the force to free the place where he was enslaved. This is the metal that we're made of. This is what we did. If we knew these stories, we'd be proud of those people who were enslaved.
Let me add one piece that we could never forget. You can't forget the psychological damage of slavery. Not just of slavery. Because see, when we came out of that so-called slavery thing, we were still pretty much in our African head. It's the psychological warfare that's being waged today and being waged through that period that Dr. Nobles called the mimetic European infection, that they construct how our minds are organized, so even when you're consciously trying to do something black, that false construction they place in you regurgitate up and attack you who trying to free yourself.
That's right.
I just want to...
That's right. That's right.
And to add to that, it's sort of like, because we don't understand our history, we think that we was just all slaves that first originally came here. So I think it's necessary to go to a Pacific timeline, because they don't teach you this in school. Right? So with my little team, we call it New Black Knowledge, we like to talk about the free Africans and what we did and how we freed ourselves and what happened. So if we just start with where we at, we call it start where you stand. We know we have the African burial ground there. So let's get into this history. Who was the first people brought to just Manhattan? Who were they? So when we look at the records of these people, we know that the Dutch company comes later. We know the first person of African descent that's mixed is named Juan Rodriguez. And this is 1613. They leave him there. Some kind of argument happened where he didn't want to go back because he wouldn't know his status. And he became the liaison between the Native Americans when they came back with the Dutch West Indian Company. This company deals with the slave trade. They're on the west coast of Africa. They bring the first 11 black people here. Now, the same way how the colony in Virginia is founded, where they intercept British ships, this is what happened with those Africans that were first brought here. So these first 11, we talking about the 1600s now. These first 11, they were captured on the ship, they were brought here, and they were indentured servants. But by 1644, these people were free. So this is what we need to talk about. These people became free. And where did they live at? What did they do? They lived on the Pacific maps. They show it to you. They called the Negro House. And on these maps, it'll show you they live between Bowery. For those who don't know, Bowery means farms. And it shows you the lands allotted to these Pacific Africans. These people are free before there's a continental America. And then later, towards the 1800s, it begins to be called Little Africa. And then they move around and they go to, some people will go to Seneca Village, another Little Africa.
That's right.
So to speak about why aren't we taught about this in our history books? Because it shows us that through our evolution of going through whatever we've been through coming here, there was a distinction in kind.
That's right.
They knew who the Lenape was. They put us on that end part of Manhattan, which you have Wall Street, which they built the wall and let us live there as the buffer.
As the buffer.
Because the Indians was attacking and that was attacked. So we'd be the first ones to go.
Yes.
So it's in that. But just to speak on the history, in 1690 you have a person named Prince who slapped the mayor in New York City for having an argument in front of his house. But we don't hear this.
Sound like a black man.
You have the riot. You have the riot of 1712 with Peter the Doctor, and this man is an Obeah priest, and they describe him as a Chromanti man, and his followers as the Pow Pow. So in these early documents,
that's right,
they're telling you these people are African.
That's right.
They're telling you what their culture was.
That's right.
Go to Chromanti now. The big town is called Abanzi. Armstrong say he was from Abanzi and he was a Chromanti man.
Exactly. So
that's right.
When Dr. Clark was here, Dr. Clark always said, I'm never worried, because people always said, have y'all trained anybody? He said, we ain't got to worry about that. Just like we came about, they'll come about. And y'all are. I just, the few minutes I've heard you, I go like, damn.
Is it on?
They're doing it. No, I just want to praise my young brother. I'm not going to take up his time. I'm going to listen to you for the next few minutes, then I'm going to run to my dentist.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was just saying that just looking at why we are not taught this in history is because it shows us our potential and power.
That's right.
It shows that these Africans had their own place to live before they said you was free. I'm telling you, we had a place called, it was called the Land of the Blacks first, because we was downtown first before there was a Harlem. Then we moved to 81st and 82nd Street, and then we moved all the way up as the immigrants started to come in.
That's right.
The point of this is that regardless of religious differences, these people were able to commit to do something. And when we look at that African burial ground in New York City, this is just baffling when they say that we're not Africans. They have the artifacts that's there.
That's right.
We have a shirt that the West Africans wore. We have the sling that's there. We have the beads that are there.
That's right. We have the symbols that they carved in the top of
systems.
Yeah, if you just go to South Carolina, and I come from one of those free communities. We used to say the Freewood niggas. No, that's what we would call Freewood niggas. People say, well, don't use that, but listen, we understand the context in which they use that word. The place I come from is called, one of them is called Bannockburn. The other one is now called Merle's Inlet. But back then it was the Freewood. So those of us who lived, white folks didn't come into Freewood until about the 70s. We were they wouldn't even send policemen in there. They had to make black policemen who can come, and they just come for conversation. So if you live near Myrtle Beach, there was another Freewood up there, and they called that one Harlem later on. White folks didn't go up in there until the 80s. They finally ran a freeway through it and destroyed it. And so all up and down, if you go to South Carolina right now, you see Marysville, Parkersville, Fraser. Well, they were all Freewood. These were all the runaways communities. And they're still there today. I mean, now, you know, the houses and little towns and stuff. But that was across the country. When the Civil War was fought, there was over 300,000 of us who were free, wasn't even a part of what was called the enslavement process. And the largest population of free folks was in Mississippi, around up on the mountain, up on the hill up there. You know, in the, I forgot that, the big town.
Where, in Mississippi?
Yeah.
Birmingham?
No, not in the Delta area, but up in the northern part of Mississippi.
Right.
But the only point, I'm just substantiating what brother is saying. There've always been a free African population, and that free population has always addressed the population that was enslaved, and always fighting to try to get that population out of slavery.
That's right. We hear about the Maroons in other countries. We don't hear about them here.
And they're here. Yeah, we were here. We probably had the largest maroon.
Further, you have to search
the largest maroon population in America. No, we don't have to search far. It's just that we got to recognize what's in plain sight. The Seminole is a maroon community. The word Seminole come from the word Cimarron, which is the Spanish word for maroon.
That's right.
Okay? And so they trying to baffle us by saying Seminole Indian with no such thing. That was the Maroon African community. Some of us did merge with the Creek, Red-tailed Creek Indians down there, you know, and created that community which they call Cimarron, but Seminole. But the word is Cimarron, meaning the runaways.
That's right.
We were the runaways, and we fought the most fierce war against America, won more victory against America than any population has ever fought a war against America. They don't even have a conversation. We beat Andrew Jackson twice.
Yeah.
That's after the Battle of New Orleans. He came and got his behind kicked down in Florida. So we just have to be, and that's where y'all work come in. The work you're doing now, you just enlightened me about some things about New York. And I worked on the burial ground from its inception, you know, the first occasion. And that history that you're doing and that you young brothers are doing, that's the future key to unlocking our people's minds. That's what the old man Elijah Muhammad was saying when he was telling us we need to know ourselves.
Right.
You see, all the people have been trying to tell us. Drew Ali been trying to tell us. Garvey was telling us. People can beat Mr. Booker Washington down, but Booker Washington was no crazy. He was just smart. If you can be in Alabama, build Tuskegee, right in the cracker's house, you smart. You ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? He was smart enough to pull it off. But he never stopped focusing on who we are. Read Booker's stuff. He's very clear on being African, and he deals with it. And so y'all are on the right path. I know I'm going to have to meet you
Oh man. Boy, oh boy. That was interesting. That was very interesting. Let me see what we got. Your channel, who's in the building? We got 71 in the building. What up, y'all? So, that was just a brief part of it. I wasn't there in the beginning. I wish I was there so I could talk to the elder. But let me see what this chat is going on. And you saw what the brother was talking about. I kind of show this stuff a lot when dealing with the Seminole Indian, and that's like a real major part of history, man. And I kind of like hope that we get into that, just so just so you can have it. So you got some real live. You could call it folklore. Call it. You might as well call it a folklore because it's like a lore that's only known by the elders. And you see that he was laying down them towns. But I'll show this real quick on the joint. And yeah, man, and it's interesting because them Seminoles, man, they are a mixture of those different tribes. But Andrew Jackson was like, "Yo, this is not an Indian war, man." He's like, "Yo, this is a goddamn Negro war," and they was bringing them the pain, meaning that these individuals left the British colonies, which was in Carolinas, and went to Florida. And you guys know what we always tell you about Florida. That's a part of the Spanish colony, and they're fighting with the British, but they're here, and they offered us freedom if you came over here. And you got to one thing you got to do, you got to get baptized, whatever, say whatever. So all of y'all in here would have probably been like, yeah, yeah, Jesus, Son of Mary, God, whatever. All right, I'm free, you know. And I'm gonna put this up here for y'all just in case y'all didn't see this, and I'm gonna go over something else here that's in that video. And there's something that's interesting. True Story and brought this out. It's called the Lorenzo map. And we're going to look at that too. But I like to drill this point home. So let me open this for y'all. Open my books so y'all can see this just in case there's some new people that are new to the show. We're going to look up, hold on, Invisible. So this is the name of the book, The Invisible War. You guys should get that book. Okay. Boom. I'll find it real quick for you. So I don't want to be in this book too long. Negro War. And this is what Professor Smalls was talking about. Let's go to another one. So it says, to what extent was this a war? Did it pass the page? Okay. To what extent was this a war by Africans against enslavement? So he's talking about what is labeled as the Seminole Wars. It says on the outset of the Second Seminole War, the Geechees of the Seminole Confederacy were described as bold, active, and armed. In his history of the Second Seminole War, Captain John T. Sparrow wrote the following: the Negroes, from the commencements of the Florida War, have for their numbers been most formidable foe, more bloodthirsty, active, and revengeful than the Indian. What? Let's read that again. The Negroes, from the commencement of the Florida War, have for their numbers been the most formidable foe, more bloodthirsty, active, and revengeful than the Indian. So distinction in kind. Furthermore, whereas General Andrew Jackson has referred to the first Seminole War as this savage and Negro War, General Thomas J. S. Jessup referred to the Second Seminole War in the following words: "This is a Negro, not Indian war." So I just wanted to show this. I'm not going to go too much into this, but So you can see what the brother was talking about, and this is real. Like they was really bringing the pain to Mr. Jackson, Mr. Andrew. They couldn't take it, and their number one objective of that whole entire war was slavery. They could not take the fact that you had these individuals who want to be free, and they have to be enslaved, and that's a goal for them. So let me get this out of here, close this out, and then let me see if there's anything else in this chat. Oh, I sound like a robot. I was sounding like a robot over here. Film media. Raborn needs to stop romanticizing on all people being African. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy, bro. I don't know what that brother's talking about, but that's what the brother was talking about there. And I have something here. Hold on. Put this in there. Put this up here real quick. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's real weird. That's real weird that the brother said that. But yeah, man, this was just a little Aboriginal wake up. You know, sometimes you gotta slap them up. Sometimes, sometimes you gotta do that. Ah, man, this thing is taking real long to upload. But I'm gonna put the link in the chat for anybody who is upset about what you just heard. You can come and party. There you go. You can come party. You can hit the link. What's your name? Q Flynn Media at Art. You can hit the link right there, so we could discuss the stuff that you're talking about if you want to. The link is in the chat, brother. You don't have to go crazy in the chat. And how do you spell this thing? Lenenzo. Let me put Guatemala. Guatemala map. Lenenzo. Aha. So we're gonna look at this thingy right here. So I see nobody is pressing the link, but you in there going crazy in the chat. Very interesting. But anyway, let's go put this up here. So what you're looking at right now is a map. And this map here is called the Lenenzo. The Lenenzo map. What is the Lenenzo? The Lenenzo map. What is it? Just wait for this thing to go back. Here's a view of the Lenenzo. See the date right here, 1530. Do you know who drew the Lenenzo map? The Aboriginals, the original people here. But we're going to look at something that's inside of this map. So here's the place glimpse in Mexico. I see two people are waiting to come in. I got you. Give me 1 second. I'm going to let you in. There's more place glyphs, but we want to go to something there's somebody real specific in this map. So how to tell who is who? Physical attributes, skin color. Mind you, this is drawn by not the European, not the white man, but the natives themselves. There's the size, skin color, hairstyle, all of these are on that map. But you're gonna see someone real interesting. Clothing, footwear, headgear, gear, war albums. Who are the principal actors? They are the conquistadors. See them, white skin, short hair. See these indigenous shields, swords, and axes. Now these come directly from the map of 1530. Spanish conquistadors, enemies, right? Who are the minor actors? Who are the minor actors? White skin, long hair, Hopperlies. These are the women. Indigenous dress. But there is somebody who is here, the African. In that map, there's only one person who looks like this, and it's this person here that is on the map. But we'll blow them up and find them. But let me see. Somebody was trying to come in the room. Let's let them in. I don't know who Sanjay is, but you're in there. But there is somebody who is here. Mic check. Who's Sanjay? Hello? Mic check. Mic check. Oh, I guess he has nothing to say, whoever this person is. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get back to the map in 1 second because I want to blow the map up so you can see the African. Crazy, bro. So let me get back here, blow this map up for you, so we can blow this map up real quick. Let's go back to Zoom. Blow this back up. Screen start 210. So be back on the map, y'all. So this is the map. Remember the date 1530, made by Aboriginal. And this map, as we open up the map, here's the African, the conquistador, right here in the corner. These people that's on the outside of this map, in this map, those are all the Aboriginals. And then they show you the conquest of Guatemala with the Europeans coming. So these people drew this themselves. Not the European, not the fake or whatever you people want to call them, Mongoloid or whatever the hell you guys call them. But this is 1530, fam. And this is the people who drew the map. And there's only one, I repeat, one person with the afro, the black man. Bang, bang, bang. So you gotta say, Sanjay or Sanju, oh, he left the room. Wow, that's crazy. So they come in here and they leave. I don't know what's going on. They come in and then they boogie. I don't know why they boogie out of here, man. But anyway, I just wanted to show that. And I just let the people win, bro. Here's the thing again. Now here's the link. Here's the link again, bro. You keep saying you was in the back. I just let somebody in there named Sanjay and then he left. There you go right there. The link is right there, bro. All you gotta do is press the link. I'll let you in. There's the link again. I'm gonna put it in there 2 times. The link is here, bro. Yo, listen, let me share my screen so you acting like you pressing it, right? So when I share my screen and you look at the Zoom, right, it's gonna say participants. So everybody can see my map. It says one. That's only me. So if you press that link, it's gonna say waiting participant in the back. There's nobody else here. So why are you making it like everybody's looking at the screen now? My Zoom is sharing for everybody to see it. Participants one. Now I see somebody. This is the first time you came in the room. It's the first time you popped up. Now it says joining. Everybody's looking at you. Now it says join. BCFCQI. I don't know what that name is, but you're in the room. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I don't know who you are. Hello? 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 Again, you're on.
Wait a minute, me.
Hello? And now you left. Everybody just saw you left. Everybody seen you leave. So it's and the screen is showing. It says participants. You was in here, and it popped on the screen and said you left. So you doing a lot of chatting in the chat. Now you have another. Looks like you have a lot of accounts, buddy. Now it's purple instead of whatever that other color was. Let's see what this one is. Now you're on again. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, mic check.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, am I loud and clear? Oh, I see it. I had to see my green audio. Here's the thing. Hello?
I'm listening to you. I hear you.
Oh, okay, I saw my screen go down. But here's the thing. I'm not an Aboriginal. I have participated and been a part of a community. Now, my information comes from me tracing my direct line. I'm actually a part of my tribe. My Black tribe still exists. My people, we migrated here from Mexico in the 1500s to North America in the 1500s. We are Mayan descent. So, all the information.
So hold on. So you're Mayan?
I am Mayan descent, and Mayans are Black people. The original, what I call today Mexico, is Black people.
No. I hear what you're saying, but what do you mean tribe of Mayans? There's no tribe of Mayans. That doesn't exist.
I didn't say tribal Mayan. I said I am Mayan descent.
Okay,
I
so
said
you're
I
Mayan
still
descent.
belong to my tribe.
Okay, what is your tribe?
It's Awawelte Enza, and what it is, it's a mixture of different tribes that merged in my area.
Okay, so what is your yeah?
Let me
What
just
is
say
your
this.
what
We've
is your
always been state recognized. We're documented in history. We've always been state recognized. But of course, they didn't want Black folks to get money. So, we had to apply for, we just got federal recognized not a couple of years ago.
Okay. So what is your issue with the information that me, Professor Smalls, and Jabari were talking about? What issue do you have with any of that?
No disrespect to Africa, and that's why I'm saying that I'm not Aboriginal, because I'm familiar with how the Aboriginal community moves. No disrespect to Africa. Most of us Indigenous Americans, we are not disrespecting Africa. They're melanated people as well, but we don't like being disrespected either.
That's why. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. That's why I'm asking you, what is your issue with the information that I was talking about, Professor Smalls and Jabari?
Right.
What do you have a problem with?
I'm building up on that. And we're indigenous to America, which means that we were the first people here. We were here before what y'all call the so-called Native Americans.
Who is the we? Who are you talking about? Are you just talking about yourself? Who's the we? Who are you talking about?
Indigenous Black Americans.
I don't know an indigenous
Aztecs,
Black American.
Incans, and Mayans and migrated out.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're talking about. I want to know what is your issue with the information that we brought forth? What is your info? What do you have an issue with?
Okay, I'm about to build upon that. Like, I do not like the way that, like, basically we have land rights and we're basically fighting for our land rights, because what y'all are doing is basically y'all are just giving away. Black people are indigenous to every landmass on this planet. And if you don't think so, then you're underestimating the original human. We're
Hey,
indigenous to every
oh, all
land
right.
mass
What is
on the
this? What
planet.
is? Stop for a second. This is why I'm trying to understand you. I'm not. You're not clear at all. I'm gonna ask you the third time. What issue do you have with the
And I'm building
information
up
that?
on that. You just got to be a
No,
little
no,
bit more
no,
patient.
no, 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 because you're talking about something that I never made a claim about, or no one that was talking made a claim about.
What
We're
I'm trying to do
specifically,
is tell you
hold
the
on, sister, hold on,
significance.
wait a minute, hold on. If you was watching the video, I'm trying to get you to up the speed. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't believe that Mayans exist anyway, period. So I really don't know what you're talking about. So
Well, you need to learn more about American history because you can't
listen,
just not believe. I can
You
say I
need
don't
to time
believe
out,
that Africans existed.
time out. Listen, I want you to address the information that we were talking
And if
about.
you will allow me to do
No,
so in a
okay.
respectful manner, let's
Hold
be
on.
respectful towards each other.
Hold on. Listen, sis, listen. I'm not here to argue with you. I want
And I'm
you
not
to
trying to
address.
argue with you either.
Listen, here's your last time. This is my fourth time.
Well, if you're not going to
I'm
do
not
this
going.
right, and if you're going to be a
Then you
dictator
can.
and
Then
you're
you
not
can
going to
leave.
allow
Then
people to learn, if you're trying to
there is
control
no
the narrative,
learning.
then there's no
You're
need of doing this because that would mean that
so
you're just a
so
typical gatekeeper.
whatever. Call me whatever you want. You came on here making up stuff. You don't even know what we were
I'm
talking
telling you
about.
about my real history. I'm
We're
not
not
telling you
talking
about
about
me
your
researching
history.
no
We're not talking
information given
about
to
that.
me
I
by.
gotta mute your mic, though. I gotta mute your mic. Listen, we were not talking about a Mayan on here. We were talking about Africans in the Americas. We were talking about the Seminoles. We were talking about the free blacks in America. We were talking about Little Africa in New York. We were talking about Juan Rodriguez, 1613, the first person of African, or what you say, of non-indigenous descent here. We were talking about the first Africans who were brought to New York in 1626, whose name is Simon Congo, Angola, etc. Peter Sao Tome. We were talking about the African burial ground, one being the one in Rhode Island. We were talking about the organizations that the people of African descent set up. What do you have a problem with that information? We were not talking about no Mayans or any of that. I don't even know why you're talking about it. So now you can unmute your mic and you can say whatever
Did
you
you not
want
ask
about
me
that
to?
information.
Did you not come up and ask me to express? You know,
Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
did you not ask me to come up and express what I had a problem with?
Yes, with the
Okay, well,
information that we talked about. Okay.
allow me. It's not going to take that long. I promise you, brother. Allow me to do so. And I'm not here to argue or be disrespectful. I'm basically going to tell you what I have a problem with. Okay? Okay?
I'm listening. I'm
All
waiting for
right.
you to tell me what you had a problem with the information that we brought out. Please tell me which one. What part of it?
The problem that I have is that a lot of times, when, like a lot of so-called scholars, they present information, they're always assuming that everyone here was African.
When
But
did
there,
that happen? Stop. I gotta stop you. When did that happen in that video with us we talking? When did that happen? When did we do that?
didn't you say he brought up Mississippi? There were no, like, according to Indian treaties, there are no Africans allowed to own land in Mississippi. And if you look at the statistics of landowners in Mississippi, most of the landowners in Mississippi are Black folks because we were
Stop right
allocated
here.
our
Stop
Indian
right here. Stop right here. Stop. I need to
land.
hold on. Stop right there. Stop. So I want you to tell me right now. You are saying that there were no people of African descent in Mississippi.
Allowed to own land in Mississippi.
Okay. So nobody of African
It's
descent will own the
according
land
to
in
the
Mississippi.
treaty, the Treaty of Dancing
No, no,
Rabbits.
no, 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 no. What you're doing is you're talking about a Native American tribe. You telling us that there were no people of African descent who owned land in Mississippi. Can
Hello?
you give me? Yeah, I hear you.
You went
Listen
out
what you're
for a
telling me.
minute.
So you're telling us there was no people in Mississippi that owned land that were African. Okay.
Right.
So all right, keep
According to the
going.
treaties, that was
Keep
not
going.
allowed. And if you look, if my family has owned their land way before 1800.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this again. He was talking about people of African descent who were rolled up and developed free black towns that were dealing with the Seminole Wars, aka the Gullah Wars. What does what you're saying have anything to do with what we're talking about? What are you talking about?
Seminoles are not in, first of all, Seminoles are a mixture of different people. They're like, you're right. He was right. They're runaways. They made their own tribal association and called the Seminoles, but they're not an actual, like, bloodline tribe. Tribes are
Yeah,
bloodlines.
I get it, and he showed that those were people of African descent.
No, like some of them could have
Okay.
been, but the Seminoles, let me just, I'm gonna give you this. Some of them could have been, but for the
Hmm.
most part, some of them were also indigenous Black Americans.
No. You're not gonna get away with the indigenous Black Americans. So I'm gonna show my screen
I'm
real
not
quick.
trying to get away
Hold
with it.
on.
It's
No,
fact,
hold on.
brother.
Wait a minute. No, you're gonna be able to show your screen. You're gonna show what you're saying. You're not, we don't do the you just talk over here. So I don't think you were paying attention to anything people were saying on here or what I showed prior to that. I
Did
think you
did
just
did
was typing.
Doctor
Can
did
you hold on for a
whatever his
second?
name,
Can
did
you
he show
hold
his
on?
screen?
What you mean, whatever? What you mean, whatever he is? No, that is Professor Smalls, the one who was the bodyguard of Malcolm X, the one who was our elder. You need to, but there's no whatever. Understand
He's
who the person is
he
that you're
he's an
talking about.
elder, but he's an elder, but
Hold on, man. Wait a minute.
if
Stop.
he's
Stop.
claiming
Miss,
African
miss, you need to
descent,
stop.
he's not
Miss,
my
you
elder.
need to stop. You need to stop. You need to time out and stop. I'm showing my screen now. Now, this is what we're looking at. Here, this is from Captain John T. Spragg wrote the following. The Negroes from the commitments of the Florida War have for their numbers been the most formidable foe, more bloodthirsty, active, and revengeful than the Indian. That's number one. There's a distinction between Negro and Indian by the people. Next, further, whereas General Andrew Jackson had referred to the First Seminole War as the Savage and Negro War. General Thompson Jessup referred to the Second Seminole War in the following words. This is a Negro, not an Indian war. Do you understand?
I understand what Captain John T. Sprague was saying. However, even, like back then, like they came over here, they saw dark skinned people, and they associated or assigned the same names that they had in
No,
Africa,
they didn't.
like
No, they
Negro,
didn't. No, they
like
didn't. No,
Moors,
they
that like they've
no,
called
no,
us
no,
Moors and
no,
all kinds
no,
of stuff.
no,
That's because
no,
that's what they knew.
no,
That's what they
no,
called us. That's
no,
not what we
no,
were calling
no,
ourselves.
hold on. You're going crazy. I need you to show me something that says that. That they came to North America and called us a Moor or anything like that. Where's that at?
Basically, you could go back to like the Columbus diaries. You could go back to you could go back to a lot of different things, lot of different historical contexts. I didn't come on here prepared to give you a
Okay.
debate.
Oh, okay.
Basically, you
So
asked me
let's
to come
go.
up here and tell you what I had a
Hold
problem with.
on. Time
Now
out.
I can
No,
give
because
you that
hold
word,
on.
but
Hold on. Listen, time out. You going crazy. You still didn't address none of the information that we talked
I
about.
did address it.
No,
However,
you
I didn't.
hold on. Yo,
However,
miss.
you were already
I
talking.
gotta mute your mic. You're going crazy, lady. You did not address anything we talked about. All we talked about were the people who were of African descent in America and the organizations that they built. Do you have a problem with the African Union Society in the 78 in 1780? Do you have a problem with the Free African Society? Do you have a problem with that? And then you telling me to look up Columbus' diary. I don't even know why you're doing that. I don't even know why you told me that. Because if we look that up, you're gonna have a heart attack.
Okay, so why are you presenting this as an significance to Americans when we first need to learn about and reclaim American history? Africa needs to
stop it. You're driving me crazy, lady. We are talking about America. We are talking about the black people in America. We're talking about the black people who vote for themselves and the organizations that they found and what they called themselves. I'm not talking to you about a white man. I'm talking about the black people, what they did. So what issue do you have with the African Union Society formed in 1780?
I have a problem with the fact that a lot of the ones who were calling themselves Africans were not Africans, yet gatekeepers who had been taught to reassign
Stop. So Newport Gardner, the guy that I'm talking about that makes the African Union Society. So you're gonna tell me that he was taught that he was African and he didn't come from Africa, yeah? Is that the claim that you just made? That's the claim you're making. You
I'm
making
going
a
to
lot
say
of
that
assumptions.
there were some Africans here. However,
we're not
all
talking
of them
about
were
some
not
Africans.
African.
We're not talking about some Africans. We're talking about what we're talking about. We're not talking about some Africans. We're talking about the people that were brought up. That's it. That's what was in the video. Newport Gardner. That's what.
But aren't you trying to dispute the Aboriginals?
Talking about.
Haven't you been trying to dispute
I'm saying, listen closely.
And isn't your stance?
Hello,
this is not my first time being on a panel with you. Isn't your stand that everybody was Africans and that we all came from slavery?
Why do I gotta keep muting your mic, yo? Why you not? Do you have an issue with comprehending things, man? Like, why do I have to keep doing that?
Muting my mic with you.
Yo, I have to because I'm only here to talk about the video. Now let's get back to the video. Let's get back to what we was talking about. Now you said you have a problem with the people who called themselves African because they were taught by the Europeans. This is what you said. Now, on the screen right here, this will be from the Rhode Island Historical Society. This is Newport Gardner, named Okumaya Mariko, perhaps in Ghana. This is where he's born, 1746. The guy comes from Africa. That's where he comes from. And then we can keep moving about it. Let's keep going down here. Let's go here. This is the life and travels of this individual. In 1760, Morocco was taken to the American colonies against his will. When he recrossed the Atlantic in 18, he also went back to Africa. This is the guy that came here. He actually spoke his own language. He spoke his own African language. And when he writes and when he does what he does, he's basically writing about the people and why he formed his organization. He writes about his organization.
Okay, so he was in the 13 colonies, so it's very likely that he was an African, but that's one person versus a lot of other black people. And what I'm saying is
I need you to
not all
listen.
free black people of color were African.
No. You need to pay attention. You wasn't paying attention to the video.
No,
talking about the
point
people.
is to make my point and to get off.
You have no point. You have no point at this
I have a lot of
moment.
points and I'm making
No,
them. You just don't want
You're
to.
You're not making no point. You need to show your yo, listen. A matter of fact, now that you want to play around, you say that you a goddamn Mayan. Tell me your cosmology right now. Tell me the Mayan cosmology. Who's the Mayan god? What's the name of your god?
Quetzalcoatl.
No. What is your cosmology? What is your cosmology?
What is our cosmology? We're spiritually based. We're based.
No. What is your cosmology? What is your creation story?
We
What is
have
it?
a Mayan creation story.
What is it? You always been
We
here.
came from
Stop. You always been here. I'm muting your mic again. You always been here. You never was enslaved. You are the free black aboriginal. This is what you telling us.
I'm not an
So,
aboriginal.
whatever you want to call yourself, you're calling yourself a Mayan. Tell us your creation story.
I just said we have a Mayan creation story.
What is it?
Just like the Doggons, they came from
What
Sirius.
is it?
We came from Orion.
Where does it say that in any codex that you came from Orion?
Just pull up the Mayan
codex.
All you gotta
What
do is
codex?
pull up the
No.
Mayan.
No.
I'm trying to tell you
us.
what to pull up.
No, you tell us. Tell me what it is.
I'm
you
telling
always
you.
Been here.
I'm telling you. Pull up the Mayan creation story.
No, you tell me. You tell me the name of the codex.
I just told you we came from Orion.
Okay. The Mayan codex says you come. You can't tell me the codex what it tells that. In any event, you don't know.
There's a lot more information to the codexes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what are you saying? Okay, well, you tell me your creation story and give me an example of what information that you want from the creation story, and then I will give it to you. So go ahead. Give me an example of what you're trying to get.
I don't want nothing. I just asked you, since you always been here and you this foundational Black American, what the hell is your creation story?
I don't know what else specifically what are your
folklore? Tell me a folklore. Tell me a story. Tell me a folklore story.
Basically, we have the first father and then we have the twins.
What is a story of a folklore like in America, like especially in the South?
The Papa Vu.
We have a Nazi story, right? And we have the spider, and it tells you about the story. These are the people of African descent. Tell me a Mayan folklore.
We have the spider. We have
what spider? What's the name of it? I know Google works. I know you're on Google now. Yeah, what does it work? Tell me something. Yeah, you Google.
First of all, we have the Papa Vu.
Typing like I hear you.
And we have the story. And just like I said, we have the story of the hero twins.
Did your parents teach you that?
No, I learned this, from research and from tribal history.
You learned this on your own.
You learned it from we have the story of we have like where we use basketball as a war sport.
Stop. Hold on.
What else do you? I mean, what are you looking for?
Hold on. You learned this from watching YouTube. That's what you learned.
No, I didn't. In fact, I don't get my information from watching YouTube.
Your family didn't teach you that. You learned
most of the information that I've seen on YouTube is incorrect. So no, I didn't get my information from YouTube.
Okay. All right. So anyway, you don't know your Mayan creation story.
I just told you.
No, you didn't.
I just told you.
I'm listening to you type while you were talking.
Papa Vu.
What is the Papa Vu? What is the Papa Vu? Go ahead, say it. What is
that's the Mayan creation story by name.
Tell us what it is. Explain it. You always been here. You should be able to explain it. You was never enslaved. Tell it to us.
What are you saying?
And you just told us your parents didn't teach it to you, so you learned this shit and you got it from YouTube. You are an internet Indian.
No,
son.
I did not. I
did not.
You are an
internet Indian. That's what you are.
That is a damn lie. I am not an internet. I belong to a fucking tribe, nigga. And you know what? And I don't appreciate the disrespect. What you are is a romanticizing African.
I know.
And then Africans are not even African. What damn tribe do you belong to?
I know.
What damn tribe do you belong to? I can tell you all my tribal associates.
You can't tell me shit. Okay, this is what I want you to do. Internet Indian.
See, that's disrespectful.
Put your tribal card up here right now.
Everybody does not have the same genealogy.
Put your tribal card up.
Everybody don't have the same genealogy.
Hello, put your tribal card up.
You gotta stop trying to tell people.
I'm gonna keep muting you if you
everybody do not have the same
tribal card up. Put your tribal card up.
Everyone does not have the same genealogy.
Put your tribal card up, Internet Indian. Put your tribal card up. So Put your video
No,
on.
I'm not, because that's
All
my
right then,
personal information.
cause you ain't,
Show me your
no,
goddamn
use the
tribal
internet.
card. Where your tribal card at?
I'm American
Where's your
citizen.
tribal card?
I'm an American citizen. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm an African by ethnicity, and my nationality is American.
You can't be an African you can't not be an American in Africa.
Yo, you're crazy as hell, B. Y'all internet Indians is
That's
crazy,
why you
yo.
have
You
no
gotta
rights.
go.
That's why you.
I know your ass is out of here. You're retarded as hell. I'm sorry, man. I can't do it no more. That lady is crazy as hell, bro. She gotta go. She can't talk about nothing that she heard in the video. She can't talk about nothing that we heard in the video, bro. She would have come up here and talk about she's a Mayan, descendant of a Mayan. Oh man, yo, these people is crazy, bro. These people crazy, yo. I don't understand what this was about. All I asked this woman 5 times, tell me what information you had a problem with in the video, and you can't. She couldn't say nothing. It's crazy, yo. That's crazy, y'all. Damn, man. I'm not Indian, yo. I can't take it, though. Survive to Centavo said, let her sound crazy. Nah, man, I couldn't let her sound too crazy, bro. Internet Indians on the arrival, yo. God damn, yo. I never seen nothing like this. I put the link. I'm like, yo, Jabari's dropping some heavy history. The brother Smalls is dropping some heavy history. I'm dropping some history. No one is saying that we not mixed with some natives and some black people can't be natives. No one is saying that. No one never said it. What's wrong with these people, man? These internet Indians just crazy, man. I'm sorry, man. They crazy, yo. They crazy as hell, yo. They crazy as hell, bro. I don't know why we hate Africa so much, yo, Power. I don't know, yo. I put the link in there, Kamu. Who's absolutely no polite is from Nigeria? Try again. I don't know why they're talking about him. So I put the link in there, bro. I couldn't take it no more, bro. That lady crazy as hell. Oh shit, he said y'all internet advocate. I'm not. Hey man, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I put the link in. I put the link in. I'm not here to listen to your story, yo. And then she said, I ain't even get to show the Mississippi Africans. I ain't even get to show that. That's crazy. I moved from Mississippi. Crazy. They got a whole Mississippi. Oh man. I don't know, y'all. I can't listen to it too much, yo. I don't have the. It's crazy, yo. Oh man, yo. It's crazy, yo. Who's all these people? Oh, I see some more people in here, man. I don't know what's going on here.
You can hear me, bro?
I can hear you, brother.
What's going on, bro?
I don't know, man. I just showed the video with me, Professor Smalls, and Jabari. And we just building on the Aboriginals, they crazy claims they like to make, especially that one when they be like, Malcolm said that we were Africans, we were Aboriginals.
Hey, yo, that shit was funny as hell, bro. She didn't want to deal with the info though.
Nah, I don't. I'm not really here to hear about you a Mayan or none of that, yo. I'm not like, yo. Okay, you a Mayan. I mean, but anyway, I want to go back. I want to go back over here. She was talking about the people in Mississippi, right? So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. I didn't even get to that because she just kept talking, yo. All right, this is the Encyclopedia of Mississippi. So right here it says in 1840, Mississippi had 1,366 free blacks, most of whom lived in Natchez and in other towns in southwestern counties along the Mississippi River. So if they lived in these places, what were they doing? Were they on welfare in 1840? Oops, that wasn't there. So let's keep moving. Antebellum free Mississippi free blacks were constrained by a social order rooted family and the institution of slavery. Free blacks were forbidden by law to serve on juries or testify against whites, carry weapons unless licensed, move about without documented evidence of their freedom and proof of employment, vote or run for any public office, set type or work for a newspaper, sell or trade goods other than the designated towns, operate grocery store taverns, work on boats or rivercraft, serve as ministers, and assault or use abusive language towards whites. Violation of these, where is it that they don't own land? However, blacks who had been emancipated in Mississippi could own property. What? Hey, BF, whatever the hell your name is, Aboriginal, and user internet Indian. You said that in Mississippi, they couldn't do this. However, blacks who have been emancipated in Mississippi could own property in the state. Crazy. I don't know, man. There's somebody else in here. It's the name Elena in here, but they got up out of here. They be getting up out of here, yo. They be pressing the link and they be gone, yo. They be pressing that link and they be gone, bro. They be pressing that link and they be gone, bro. But yeah, man, that was a good view that we was having, man. I was just trying to like see if people want to talk about the information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
crazy,
dope, though.
man.
She just want to come on and just talk some crazy shit. Cause she first started out talking about shit that you didn't even talk about in the video. Talking about
I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about mines? She said, this is not my first time on here with you. I'm like, I don't remember you.
Yo, you tripped me out, bro. Yo, this shit was funny, dog.
Why was it funny, brother? It's sad, man. Sometimes you gotta do that, man. Like, yo, nah, man.
Yo, it was funny, bro, cause when she was talking, she just saying random stuff, bro. You just like, I gotta stop you, bro. That was funny, bro.
Yo, shit today,
funny, bro. Yo, that was hilarious, bro, for real.
Nah, man, that wasn't funny, bro. It wasn't funny, man.
They do that, bro. They just be all over the place. They always do like that, all over the place, bro. You ask her about her cosmology story. She don't even, for one, you can tell she didn't even know what that meant. And then two, you hear the keyboard going off in the background and she typing.
Yo, you heard the keyboard typing, bro.
Yeah, I heard the keyboard. Bro. I heard the keyboard.
Y'all missed something very, very important, y'all. That gal said basketball was a war dance, bro. Did y'all miss that part?
Yo, yeah, I missed that. I didn't hear that.
Man, what you said? Run the tape back. That girl said basketball was a war dance, yo. I swear to God, she said that shit.
I know what she's talking about. That ain't even basketball, bro. When they be throwing that ball through that thing, I know what she's talking about. It's crazy, bro.
Oh man, bro. Oh man, bro.
I had a motherfucker on Clubhouse just now tell me okra was indigenous to North America.
What you said?
I had a motherfucker on Clubhouse just now, yo, that said that okra was indigenous to North America.
Yo,
These dudes are retarded, bro. They retarded, man.
Yeah. Oh, we got another somebody else going crazy in the chat. But yeah, man, I just wanted to add on about that, man. I wasn't trying to go too crazy. You know what I mean? I just thought it was a good bill. And then the Mayan came on, yo.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let it go too long, yo. I am not gonna let you talk too crazy for too long, yo. Yeah, they in the chat, bro, but they not want to hit the link, man. Here's the link, y'all. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. If you guys want to come talk, you can talk. And then if you guys seen the beginning of the video, I would like to talk about that. But it seems like you guys don't want to talk about that. So then I guess that means we could just talk about whatever. Tell me about how you're a Mayan. Like, go for it.
Tell
If
me
that's what
something
you
about
are,
the
then that's what you are. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But I know your parents ain't teach you that. You dead once you say your parents. That's why she started laughing. She was like, did your parents teach you that? She's like, no. I like, yeah. You laughing because you know you found that shit out on the internet, yo.
indigenous to the keyboard.
Internet Indian, yo. I suggest they all get together and form a new society, old government, or I'll root for that. Yeah. Henry Louis Gates said Oprah lied saying that she was South African. Okay. Who were the people that the Asians mixed with to form Native American population? I don't know the answer. Who were the Asians? Some Siberian people, bro. The
That dude
answer to
Michael said
that
he
is
trying to
that.
get in.
What you said?
That dude Michael said he in the weight room trying to get in.
Ain't nobody in the waiting room, man. They can stop lying. Look, I'm gonna share my screen again. Oh boy, I'm gonna share my screen. So anybody who's saying that you in the chat and you trying to get in and they don't want us to talk about our Aboriginal internet Indian stuff. Where is it at? I'm on Zoom now. Look, participants. Me, Kamu, Gullah Juice. There's no one in the waiting area at all. Everybody's looking at it. There's 3 people there. Okay. So now I am closing that. Oh man, yo. So what's going on, Kamu, man? Huh? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you there, bro.
Yeah, man. So since we in New York, I'm gonna go into my New York book because I like New York. Sorry. Y'all gonna have to come rep y'all own hood. I'm in here repping New York. I don't know what y'all doing over here. I'm here to talk about the Africans in New York, yo. Y'all could talk about Carolinas or whatever you want, but I'm over here. All right. See right here, the hidden history of New York, the God for Black folks. So, since you guys say that we don't like to talk about, see your guy, you got your William Keith here, you have your New York Indian Holocaust, you have all that there. All right. Look at this. Black slavery in New York. Oops, is this a primary? Stout young Negro man. Soon after the attempted enslavement of the red men, The black African became the preferred toilet. The forms of slavery in New York were in no way different from that which had become customary in the plantation South. From the bloody beginning of the white man's assault on Manhattan, blacks were forced to do a job that the Indian eventually refused to do and that the white man had no history of doing, building a civilization for another race of people. God damn it. Anyway, New York slavery existed in three distinct periods of European dominance of the region. So you have the Dutch, see here, they come 1626, length 38 years. Then you have the British, they come 1664 to 1776, 112 years. Then, wait, the Americans, 1776 to 1827. So, from the very beginning, the colony suffered from an acute shortage of laborers. The Dutch West India Company tried every angle to establish a workable slavocracy. They first sent over several boatloads of children from European orphanages, but the colonists complained that such children were more accustomed to begging in the streets than doing a hard day's work. Later, English prisoners proved to be simply too lazy. So this is where you get these, like Bottom Kitten and the rest of them. Oh, it's the black Europeans. Yeah, okay. Given the opinion of working for the Dutch or living and trading among the hated Indians, the white laborers often chose buckskin. Indians were seen as too able and likely to run away. It was then determined that kidnapping Negroes would accomplish more work for their masters and at less expense than the independent. The importation of African slaves into the New Netherlands, this is what it was called, began with the forced arrival of 11 Angolan males. In 1626, the same year Manhattan was purchased from the Indians. Shortly thereafter, three black women were abducted and sold to willing European buyers, never satisfied. A Dutch official described the Angolan
Yo, Raborn, you still there, bro? Yo, Raborn, you there, bro? Damn, I ain't trying to leave you with no dead app. I'm handling some shit right now. Damn. No sound, bro. Yeah, the live's still on, bro. You rocking. Nah, it's just me and the participants, bro. Nah, it's just me and nah, it's just me and You ain't got no microphone though, bro. I see you in here. There we go.
Now I'm in here.
How you kick yourself out, fam?
I don't even know what happened, bro.
I don't even know what
happened, bro. So that shit cut off when I was reading?
Yeah, fam. You was talking about the red and the black, you know what I mean, the red man and all that shit. Yeah, you ain't get too deep into it. That shit went dumb and quiet.
Oh man, son. So it cut off when I was in the red man?
Man, they did a rain dance on your shit, bro.
Yeah, we could do the rain dance, bro.
You sharing your screen?
Yo.
Man, you in the Matrix, brother.
I'm ending this shit, yo. So I don't know
Nah,
what's
hold on.
wrong
There
with
you
this
go.
shit,
There you
bro.
go. There you go. Hold
I know
on.
what's
There you
wrong with
go.
this shit, bro.
There you go.
Nah. Because I don't know what's going on. It's gonna be too many missing spots in here, and I'm gonna be messing up. So I'm just gonna end this shit.